So, welcome back. Football Manager 2026 26.3 update is now available across Steam, Epic, and the Microsoft Store. Today we're going through the complete change list, and if you're on console, we'll have a separate video for that linked in the description. The major headlines for this patch include a brand new full-screen youth setup overview, UI quality of life improvements, and a massive database update to China, Turkey, and USA transfer windows. Keep in mind, to experience the data and completion changes, you must start a new career. Database version will keep and remain named 26.2. Let's look at the database. Sports Interactive has implemented over 1 million changes since in this update. The biggest adjustments reflect in the recent transfer windows to China, Turkey, and the USA, and a few other selected languages. Additionally, Boca Juniors are now a fully licensed team in the game. Note that the rosters for licensed leagues running a calendar year and are effect up to the end of the 2025 season, and won't include 2026 incoming or outgoing transfers. Moving to the UI, the youth setup overview has been completely redesigned to be full screen. Quality of life is a big focus here. The game now remembers your filters when you leave and return to the features and results report, the competition transfer card, and the recruitment transfer history card. Sorting functionality has been restored for the transfer value, ability, and potential columns in your shortlist. Attributes being trained will now highlight in orange on the individual training screen. Notable other UI fixes, such as match stats bar now create equal when both teams are at 0. Transfer fees have now been added to the career status tile, and keyboard shortcuts will no longer accidentally activate when you're using the global search function. For gameplay, you will no longer see unknown personalities for staff members outside your club. A highly requested preference option has been added to automatically open a must respond message. In the transfer history card, you now have specific filters for cash/clause transfers, free transfers, part exchange, and player trials. Behind the scenes, Sports Interactive has tweaked club vision ambitions, so objectives no longer contradict each other. They've also improved how supporters react to player performance in squad feedback and ensure that goalkeepers are now only compared to other goalkeepers in the comparison screen. Onto the pitch now, a new Premier League match ball has been added. Sports Interactive also fixed a frustrating issue when players would sometimes kick the ball straight out of play from kickoff. Through replays for goals disallowed by offside, the offside lines will no longer just go missing. Also, your dugout and live score table widgets will now remain expanded even after highlight match play. A massive chunk of this update involves competition rules. Here is a massive rapid fire breakdown. Leicester City and RWDM Brussels have had their real life points deductions added. In China, schedules and the transfer windows were updated for the Super League, National First Division, and the FA Super Cup. In the USA, specifically the NWSL, expansion teams will no longer play matches before they officially formed, and players will no longer incorrectly gain green cards or an American nationality. Over in Europe, the UEFA Youth League format isn't updated, and bulk scheduling the last 16 Champions League matches on Thursdays has now been fixed. There's also general rule fixes, including updates to substitution rules in Colombia, Indonesia, Portugal, Scotland, and Wales. VAR rules updated in Brazil, and squad number rules updated for the top 2 divisions in Germany. Finally, for the modders, the pre-game and in-game editors received crash fixes that were specifically fixed an issue where verified rule files weren't valid in the same database in a new game setup. If you're playing hardware other than a PC, the console update for PlayStation and Xbox is also live now, and we'll make another video that will be in the description. And if you're on Apple Arcade or FM26 Mobile, your updates will roll out later this week. That covers everything in update 26.3. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.